Okay, so in this particular video, we are going to talk about adding elements to our list. But really, what's more important is to create a list. Okay, so let's go ahead and create a new Python script. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, let's create a list. Okay, and you may ask yourself, what is a list? Okay. And a list is just a data structure. I have to use big words. Data structure within Python. Let me do one thing. Okay, I'm back. So, let's say, for example, within this list, and all I have to do in order for me to have this list is just use the square brackets. Okay, and so I can have a list of numbers. Okay, I'm going to print this list. Print list. Okay, to-do list, sorry. Okay, I'm going to save this as learning. I'm doing a lot of learning. Learn, add to list. Okay. Okay, so that is, let's call that just one. Okay. Same as this video too. Let's call it two. Alright, and it's a video too. Okay, good. V2 for video 2. Okay, so when I print this, okay, using that play button, okay, as you can look, it went kind of fast. Just gonna run this again and print the list. Okay, good. And so what I can do is let's put some tasks in there, some things I can actually want to do. So it has to be in quotations, double quotations, or it can be singles, but I prefer doubles. Let's say work. Let's say play, because all work, no play. I don't know what they say, but so I actually have work, I have play. Okay, so this is a list with these two items. When I run this with this play button, I should see work, play. Boom, bam, got it. Okay, so when it comes to lists, we can do a bunch of different things. But in terms of learn by doing, we want to focus on this actual project and focus on being able to add to the list. Okay, add to the list. So one of the things I can do is I can add to the list by utilizing this this function, or one could argue a method within list. Okay, called append. Okay, if you look up append, is to add within the dictionary. So we can add a particular thing to our list, and ideally, you know, I can make something up. We're in school, so we might as well study. Add that to our to-do list, and when I press the play button, it's actually going to show me. Actually, right now, I won't show you me adding to the list, but it'll just show me this actual list. And so what I can do is just say print to-do list again, so that I can first show the list without study, where it should say work, play, and it's going to have study added to it. So when I go ahead and press this play, I have work, play, and then I have study added to the second list. It says work, play, study. Okay? Alright. That's good. Let's now make this a little bit more complicated. So let's say, for example, we want to get information from the user and add it to the list. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say store. Actually, sorry. Before I even define it, I'm going to utilize the input function. Okay? And I'm going to say add new task. Okay? And I need to store this information. Okay, I want to store info. Alright. And then what I'll then do is once I get that information from the user, I'm going to then append it. Okay, so then to do list dot append, boom, and then store information. Okay. Well, what's important here is that once I append this to the list, I need to view it. Okay, that was definitely not what I wanted to do. Give me one moment. Okay, I fixed it. Okay, so I would then want to print that information. Print the to-do list. Okay, and so it's going to give me work, play. It's going to add study, and then it's going to then ask me to add a new task. I'm gonna add it, and then once I press enter, it's gonna add that list, add it to the list, and yeah, that's that. Let's go ahead and press play and test that out. Okay, you see it showing me work play study. I'm gonna add it to the list. I don't know. Have fun. Is that what y'all do? Is that what we do? Have fun. Okay, so now you can see work, play, study, have fun. Okay, so we're almost there. One more thing to do. Okay, and this is the longest part. So we've gone over what a list is, gone over how to append to that list. There's many methods we can delete. We can rearrange. But all we're doing today is focusing on appending, and we spoke about getting the information from the user and then appending it to the actual list. So what we can last but not least do is define a function that does this for us. So we're going to define a function called add task. Okay, we're going to do task, and then what we're going to do is do our appending. To do list dot append, and then we're going to take task. Okay. The thing is that's really interesting about programming is that we can do some nifty things. Okay, so technically I don't necessarily have to do this, but it's imperative to know once I add my information to this list, let me tell the user that they did that. So what we're going to do is utilize this print function like we've done in the past, but we're going to use it differently. And so I'm going to put this F here, okay, and it has a special meaning, and I'll tell you what that meaning is in a moment. And then I'm going to do my double quotations. This backslash n means new line, okay? No need to get mad about that. It just means new line, okay? What I will do here is say task added to the list, okay? So I'm telling the user that your task has been added to the list, okay? Then good. However, when it comes to me telling this particular task that it has been added to the list, the computer would just say task, okay? That doesn't mean much, okay? So we need to actually make this literally the task. And we'll do this by putting the curly braces around task and adding this F. So this is telling the computer to literally use this task as a parameter to then add it to the string. Okay, we call that a sorry, losing my train of thought. It's called a string literal. Okay, so that's that. So once we do this, okay, we could be done, you know, we could just run this, but ideally we want to actually test this function out, add task, okay, and ideally we want to add whatever information is being stored from the user, okay, input, okay, add task. This time, let me make it a little different from last time, okay? Space, and then I'm just going to do store info, and then that should be it. However, in order for me to see this and not have to enter a new task twice, I'm just going to comment this out. When you're in VS Code, I believe it's command or control / to comment multiple lines. Yeah, this is / my apologies, this is backslash. And then once I do this, this should only appear it asking me just once. Okay, so let's go ahead and just run this. Okay, see, it's not only asking me, it says add task this time, add task this time, and let's say go to movies. Okay, now it's telling us that task go to movies added to the list. So this worked accordingly, like we expected. Thank you for watching. Thank you. I just appreciate it. Thank you.